Okay, so today we're doing something different. I gotta like spread my wings and fly away from Fallout. Not completely, like carry it in my talons, but fly to, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I need to go and play different stuff. And I just thought, like, what games do I like that are kind of still possibly relevant? What did I just say? Relevant? Relevant. And Civ 5 is kind of one because Civ 6 is coming out. And I like Civilization 5. And so we're going to play it. Now this, I'm not going to show you every little thing. I'm just going to show you kind of interesting stuff because Civ isn't really all that fun to watch, I guess. Like, I like watching it, but occasionally having it on in the background, just kind of watching it if I'm doing something like editing a video. But it's not the greatest thing to watch. It's not hugely exciting. So I'm going to try to keep the entertaining bits in. So right now I'm playing as Ysgramor of Skyrim. Now this mod is awesome. This is a mod, by the way. I'm only going to play mods. I doubt I'm going to do any single player normal Civ because it's just not that entertaining to see. Maybe a little bit, but right now we're going to stick to this. So I'm playing as the Nords of Skyrim, and Ysgramor is their leader. And you can read that little paragraph if you want. But their special ability is the Knight of Tears, and they gain Great Generals 50% faster. Solitude may work tundra and snow tiles for production and food, which is awesome because we're in Skyrim. And by the way, tundra and snow is these tiles, so they can work those for food. And usually, I think you get food from tundra, and you get jack shit from snow if it's not a hill. So snow and desert tiles are useless usually, unless you have these abilities, and there are a couple wonders that can help it out. And then Jorvaskr grants double experience for units. I am struggling. Units over the barracks. That is also awesome, and along with that I have a mod on that expands upon I'm gonna roll with the screwed up words. Upon the I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Oh, okay. We have Dawnguard crossbowmen and Stormcloaks, and we're beginning our journey.
I have some information that may be of use.
Do you? Thanks. Don't care. Go away. I'm not the greatest Civ player in the world, not even by any means, not even close. We're playing on Prince, which is the normal difficulty, which we may lose. It's all a thing. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on. This mod, why are they? No, don't work. Don't go do things. Actually, no, what workers can go do things. This mod is one of my favorite mods in existence because of this. Not this, but the borders. It has everything set up for you. There's an Earth 2014 mod that does it similarly with the real world and puts like major civs and expands their borders, because one of the issues with Civ 5 or any Civ is that the borders don't grow around the land like they would in real life. Like how you would take borders. It's hard to work out, but I like mods that kind of just start you from where you are. Okay, so I'm going to set up these cities with stuff, and then we're going to start planning out how we're going to take over all of Tamriel, because this is a domination game mode. That's how this works. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so, oh, wow. F9 is the hotkey button for the demographics, and that is also the button I used to start recording. Alright, good thing pulled up because this was going to be something that I was going to touch on. We have the highest population, and we are at 0-0 for the most soldiers. After the first turn, it will count in all the soldiers. We definitely don't have the most. I'm guessing that the Imperials will, up there in the center. We don't have anything else in the best. The population is all we got, but population is very powerful, so we're going to be able to use that to our benefit. Things are going to take a while. You can see 20, this is on quick, by the way, 20 turns to make that, and then the rest are 40 if they're not a major city with a lot of production. So, and then I'm working on the stoneworks here, even though I could get done with the monument quickly in my capital. So this is our predicament. We're losing gold right now. I just used the gold that we have to buy a bunch of caravans and cargo ships and stuff like that so we can make gold, which is important because we're going to want to buy workers, get this stuff taken care of. We don't have a lot. Science is off, which is one of my other favorite things about this mod, is that I do have a palace mod on to give more things to build, but we're not going to have giant death robots walking around in this world, because that wouldn't make sense, and that sounds kind of cool, but it wouldn't be fun. So right now I want to gather my units together to see what we have. We have the Dawn Guard crossbow guys, and we have storm cloaks. These guys down here have a like knights or something like that, a powerful unit beyond the storm cloaks. But we're gonna see what we can do. It's gonna be difficult to win this. I think what we have to do is get a lot of these city-states on our side to give us some of their luxury resources and things like that. Because as you can see, there's not a lot going on in my place, and I don't like playing with all of these on because I don't like all this stuff everywhere. It's annoying and in the way. But alright, moving on to the next turn. Alright, so now we can found a pantheon, and I think it even changes all the religions as well. So when we get to that point, we'll be able to choose religion. Border growth means nothing in this. Maybe we'll take a little bit more C, because I do have a mod on that extends the border growth to 5 tiles, but it's not going to change much. Happiness from cities on rivers, we do have a little bit of that going on. I see one city that has that. Yeah, that's it. Up 2. Okay, we have 2 cities from that, so we'll get +2 happiness. I'll go through this and try to find out something worthwhile. I think I'm going to go with the 10% faster growth rate, or the Order of the Lily. I think that's a strong way to go. We want to get our population up. More population just leads to more things as far as I'm aware. Accept embassy. I'm going to refuse this. This is a domination game, and could be wrong, but from I've noticed, if you give other civs an accept embassy, it lets them know exactly where your capital is, which makes them more likely to... What? We've been here the whole time, douchebag. Go away. Settle where we please, fool. He's gonna wipe us out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay out of... Okay, our apologies, sorry. I'm pretty sure he's a big deal. Don't want to mess with him. They have the Great Wall going on in the Imperial City. Accept embassy, no. Although they aren't too close. No, that's Argonia. This is... Or not Argonia, whatever. The Black Marsh, something like that. This is where they are. We want to stay away from giving accept embassies to people who are close to us. So the Imperials, High Rock, this, all the places around us. Just don't, maybe not them, because look at this mountain range. We cannot go to war with these guys forever, because we'd have to pass through the mountain range in this little divot, get a whole army through there, then cross a river, then attack them, or come down. It's just not a good idea. Luckily, it keeps us pretty safe from them too. The other issue is we're right next to these guys, so it's a gamble. It's up between if they decide to attack other people around them. They're also surrounded by a lot of civs, so they're in trouble too. Alright, so we've gotten a bit further. At a turn ago, I was only losing like 7 gold. Now I'm losing 49. I have 90. Oh, tile improvements because these workers have been working away. Okay. I was down on happiness, but I'm back up because I got silver, but everyone wants to trade it with me. I said no to all of them, so I'm probably going to get taken over, and they're just going to take my silver. Don't know why. The cargo ship can't reach anything, so I had to get rid of it, and I have to wait until I can get enough to get another caravan out. But the thing is, losing gold isn't a big deal, because all that does, in the base game at least, is decrease your science, but science is off, so it's not a big deal. The other issue is I can't just buy stuff on a whim when I need it, which is really nice, but more of a luxury than a necessity. This is all I have of an army. 1 crossbowman and 3 Stormcloak soldier units. Really cool little nifty thing. Look, that's the 3rd Stormcloak. 1st Stormcloak, 2nd Stormcloak, like divisions. That's really cool. It's a little nifty thing. Now we're gonna found a religion. You can see, look. They're all the Tamriel religions. I'm gonna go with Talos, because that's like the Skyrim. It's not the Skyrim one, but it's the one that's like the center of the Skyrim like story. How they're like fighting over if they should be able to, keep that religion. I'm gonna go through this and I'm gonna find a nice little bonus. Okay, so those are the 2 I went with. +1 happiness, global happiness for every 2 cities following the religion, and then +1% production for each follower. to a max of 15. I guess that's per city. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out, or maybe not find out, but it'll just become a thing. Here are all our units. Okay, now I can kind of start building stuff. We can get a monument out. Yeah, let's do that. Let's push the monument, get some culture going so I can start getting policies that are going to help me. And then we can figure the rest out from there. Right now, I just founded a religion, and I'm 3rd on the scoreboard. This stuff kind of matters, not totally, but it does accurately represent who is doing the best in the categories. So if you got a lot of population and you're building cities, obviously we're not really going to be doing too much of settling in this. I literally don't think I can settle anywhere. Yeah, there's no land outside of my lands that aren't owned. There's a lot of stuff out there. Yeah. Oh, we can adopt a policy. I think we should go with tradition to start off. I think. Or aesthetics or commerce, because we're kind of struggling right now. Gold unlocks 25%. This is huge because I have a lot of roads. So this is huge. Plus 2 gold from all land trade routes, and maintenance paid on roads and railroads is reduced by 50%. I don't know. This is also really powerful. Plus 1 gold and minus. That's going to be a while before we get to that, though. I think we should dig through commerce and work on all of that. I think. I don't know. I ended up actually going with Liberty. We're 2nd bottom in military. Not good. High King Emmerich is number 1? What? High Rock, these little goofballs up here. They are number 1 in military. They're going to wash over. We got a mountain range here to defend, which is really nice because then they have to come through this small little gap between Volkihar and the mountains and then come all the way down here. Not too worried then. Okay, what do we want to build? Should I build a shrine in the capital? That would kind of make sense. Or I could build some of this palace stuff. That would be nice as well. 1 free social policy in 9 turns. Plus 1 happiness for every 3 policies. Palace 15% gold. That can solve a lot of stuff. And we got another Chuko new, aka really an unnamed Dawn Guard unit from Fort Dawn Guard. They're pumping us some military. We're getting a little. Now we have 3 crossbows and 3 storm cloaks. That's kind of nice. It's a defense force at the very least. A bit of a rebel rousers, you know, to rally together to hold off any invading forces. I guess we kind of stop them. We don't have to worry about these guys over here, the purple crew. Down from the south in red, our boys in red there. Not too worried about them. We got another reddish coming over here. They have 1 unit right there in Hammerfell. I doubt that means anything. And these guys have the mage swordsman, something like that. I forget the name of it. Hopefully, you know, they're definitely gonna war. They have the most contested borders, so that'll usually get to that. We have a little bit up here, but not too worried. Anything that I should be worried about is coming from the south. The redcoats down there with Tiber Septum. That's my only real concern, and I don't see any units pushing those borders. That's why I'm keeping my units there to see if they're starting to encroach on us. Windhelm is still being a pain in the ass. It's taking forever to produce stuff. This gives us happiness though, so we'll go with that. This, another city, just taking forever. We could do a Shrine of Talos. Give us some faith. We could push our faith even further. I'm just gonna go with this for now. Look at that. 49 turns. Why is that even a thing? Oh shit. Okay. Ugh. So a thing I was kind of considering, if you play Civ, you know that Civs will obviously often push for you to go to war with them towards other things. They'll show up, you'll get an option, how dare you, sorry not interested, or go to war in 10 turns, or yeah, let's get this started. And I was oh god, they took House Lalu. Wow, that didn't last long. Okay, well they just asked me to go to war with these guys, and I'm thinking, well, why not? Because these guys cannot touch me. There's no such thing as Air Force in this game. That, you know, they might send an... They aren't, but they... No, they literally couldn't. Well, I guess they could go through these borders, but they would attack them first. They would never come through all of this just to get back here with a navy. I could very easily go to war with nations that I'm not close to bordering like them. But the issue with that, oh god, they just went to war. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, not good. Well, I mean good because they're not warring with us now. Neither of them are going to declare war on us if they're fighting each other, but whoever wins those wars are going to get more powerful because they're going to have more cities to produce more stuff. And this is all we have to stop them. But the thing about going to war with them, anyway, is that you start to become a warmonger, and Civs will be more likely to go to war with you if you're declaring war on other people, I think. Especially if I have a little baby military. If I have a huge military, everyone's going to be afraid of declaring war on me. It's not going to be a good idea. But because I have such a small... Oh, we can do this. There you go. But because we have such a small military, they may just decide to invade us and attack us because we're little shits declaring war on everyone. But the benefit of declaring war with them is that they'll go to war the instant they ask you for that. And then those guys are fighting. And, you know, the thing is they'll gain cities, whoever wins it. But they'll also lose military units and lose production on building these buildings and stuff like that. Because they'll likely be building forces to fight in their wars. So, bad news. These two, Hammerfell and High Rock, made peace with no noticeable loss or gain on either side. Their capitals are both within this sort of Gulf area right here, which is bad for them warring against one another, but it kind of cancels out because they're both there. But on other terms, I don't know what happened to my voice there. On other terms, this means they might turn and look at me. Okay, so I'm starting to line my units up along this area. Just overall, this is not a good war for them to make. If I'm looking at how they're going to attack, sure, this area is easily passable, but there's no city out here. So they're going to have to come this way. They could come up through Castle Volkihar. Such a tiny little thing. The thing is it is on a road, so they'll move quickly across here, but it's one unit at a time. If I get these guys allied, they'll be bombarded by that and any crossbow I put here. And there are a lot of hills and stuff that I can put my units on and fortify. Not a good place for them to attack. And over here, I have a river I can line up behind, so if they attack, they have that going against them, as well as my crossbows hitting them here, and not being able to pass through this mountain, which is pretty huge. Oh no. It happened. Oh no.